Broadcasting on Sports Radio America and Spreaker.com, this is What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, presented by Sports Radio America. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe, the man who once thought that March Madness was what caused the Romans to stab Caesar. At 2 brackets. Anyway, now here's a man who has a method in his madness, a man I'm sure will never stab me in the back, your host at CrossWay Church here in Germantown, Wisconsin, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody. We are excited for this week's broadcast of What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. As Game Master Scheibe said, we are here at CrossWay Church in Germantown, Wisconsin for our first show outside of the beautiful BLC studios down in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're very excited about today's show. It's a big show filled with lots of new names, games, and March Madness, of course.
Before we welcome in our first 2 contestants, we'd like to encourage all of you to go check out our social media pages. You can find us on Facebook at What's the Score, and on Twitter and Instagram at WTS Sports Quiz.
If any of you wonderful people here would ever like to play our games on air, you can obviously sign up. We've got some wonderful ladies walking around with sign-up sheets. You can still play tonight, or if you want to play at a later edition, you can go and send us an email by shooting us one at WTSSportsQuiz@gmail.com, or visit our Facebook and Twitter pages and click on the pin post at the top of each page.
If you ever miss a show, you can find it on Spreaker.com and the Spreaker app, iTunes, the College Tailgate, the Sports Quotient, and on Stitcher. Just type What's the Score in the search bar and click on the latest episode. Also, if you think this show is worth at least $1, why not donate to our Patreon account? Just search What's the Score and donate today.
For the first time in show history, we have more games and more panelists. Our games will all feature head-to-head style matchups, which we are very excited about. And our panelists, we have 6 panelists tonight duking it out for a 3-man spot in our Name 5 panelist showdown as well. So the top 3 panelists at the end of the show will qualify for our Name 5 showdown. With all that being said, let me introduce to you tonight our 3 panelists. First up tonight, from the Big 920, WOKY in Milwaukee, he is also the public address announcer for Marquette University and the Lakeshore Chinooks. Please welcome Dan Pfeiffer.
They let me out in public for once, and it's a little bit of a different feeling to have my face be seen by all of the folks out there, as oftentimes I'm in a press box or in a radio booth, but good to be out here at CrossWay Church tonight, and hopefully we can expose some folks to this great show that is What's the Score.
We're excited to have you on, Dan. All right, next up, a father, husband, coach, actor, and, most importantly, a soccer radio host. It is Simon Provan.
I got nothing after that wonderful stuff you said.
Just happy to be here.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me be on What's the Score.
You're very welcome.
All I know is about soccer, so I apologize in advance.
Good thing we have only tennis questions for you tonight, and I'm excited for that. And finally, the man that claims to be the world's biggest Green Bay Packer fan, he also wants to ask you if anybody of you know what Michelle Obama's favorite vegetable is. Do you know what it is, Brian?
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Yes, it is Brian Hopkins. All right, welcome to the show panel. As you know, this is our first different style show that we've done before, and we are excited about it. It was the first half and then the second half and all that other great stuff. So we're excited to get right into it and meet our first contestants as well. Game Master Scheibe, who are we being joined by this evening?
We have Ben and Ben.
Oh, well, it's such a great name. Why not do it twice? Let's welcome Ben and Ben to the program. It's like Mike and Mike, but only better. All right, Ben and Ben, welcome. So how are we going to distinguish between the two of you? Who's Ben and who's the other Ben?
I'm awesome.
You're Ben Awesome? Okay, and who are you?
Loser.
Above average.
Ben above average. Okay, sounds good. All right, well, gentlemen, you're going to be playing our first game called Quotable Context, in which Game Master Scheibe will read you 5 quotes from this last week's news. Correctly identify the context of each quote, and you will win our prize, a What's the Score t-shirt. Now, in order to buzz in, you have to say your name. And since both of you have the same first name, which we apparently didn't plan for ahead of time,
awesome.
You're going to go with awesome, and you're going to go with above average. Do you want to use a different word?
Maybe no, I speak really fast.
Okay, above average and Ben. So as soon as the question is done being said,
stupid is still available.
Above and without. Are you gentlemen ready to play?
Yes.
Okay. Here
awesome.
is your first quote from Game Master Scheibe.
Hey Siri, show me sadness in Cleveland.
That was iPhone users this week figuring out that if you say those words to Siri, at what location will show up in Cleveland that represents sadness?
Above average.
Yes. Okay, above average. What was your answer?
Johnny Manziel's house.
No, that is incorrect.
I think you should get bonus points.
Can you?
LeBron James?
No, both of those are incorrect. No, it was the Cleveland Browns Stadium. If you tell an iPhone, if you say, "Hey Siri, show me sadness in Cleveland," the address for the Brown Stadium shows up.
I have to say, above average's answer was better than the answer that's
Exactly, yeah. It was like a half a point or something with that. All right, we still got plenty of time. Here's your next quote.
I love that they carve their own path.
That was what NBA star saying how he doesn't mind that his sons wear the jersey numbers of Steph Curry and Russell Westbrook and other guys in the NBA.
Awesome.
Yes, awesome.
Michael Jordan.
No, that is incorrect. Above average, Ben. Can you steal?
Oh my God.
He's a current player.
Yeah, NBA is not my thing.
One of the rising stars. Oh, he's already a star. He's already risen.
Derrick Rose.
No, both of those are incorrect. It was LeBron James, actually.
I just said that 2 questions
Well.
ago.
Wrong time, better question. No, it's all right. Okay, so we still got time here. Here is your next quote, sir.
I'd like to thank the Browns for the opportunity they gave me.
All these Cleveland questions. Gosh, who wrote this show?
Awesome.
All right, anyway, you know who that was? I don't even need to do the follow-up question. What is it? Who is it? If you know who it is, awesome.
Manziel.
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done. Johnny Manziel officially being released from the Cleveland Browns this week. He is now a free agent, and every team is so excited they're not even going to bother signing him. So we're excited to see.
Maybe the Vikings or something.
They've got Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know if they need that. All right, here is your next quote.
They pass too much. Send them my way, and I'll fix that.
That was what NBA player that's retiring at the end of the year, who is known for not passing the ball a lot, talking about LeBron James, very talented children.
Awesome.
Yes, awesome.
Kobe.
Yes, Kobe Bryant, the man. Kobe Bryant
Ballin'.
saying that his kids, that LeBron James kids pass too much, which kind of helps, but that's a very Kobe thing to say at the same
Only in
time.
the playoffs.
Exactly, only in the playoffs. All right, here is your final quote.
Jay Cutler.
You lose. Sorry, no, you automatically are disqualified. All right, here's your last one.
I'm putting Kansas in here.
That was President Obama telling ESPN that he is picking Kansas to win what major event this
Awesome.
year? That's awesome.
March Madness.
Yes, March Madness. The Stanley Cup is the right answer. No, yes, March
FIFA.
Madness. Game Master Shivey, who is the winner out of our Ben v. Ben battle?
That would be Ben Awesome with 3 points.
Nicely done, Ben. Congratulations. Let's hear it for Ben, everybody. Nicely done.
I thought he was going to turn into a giant there. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
I was expecting the same thing, not going to lie.
I mean, he's a Cubs fan, so they could use something like that. All right, thank you guys for playing. We appreciate it. All right, panel, time for you to answer some questions about this last week's news. Dan, we will start with you, sir. Nike has unveiled the latest new fad, and it's a pair of shoes, although there's something unique about these shoes. What is that?
I have seen this story. Marty McFly would love these shoes. They lace themselves.
Yes, they do. Nicely done.
I thought maybe it was going to be that they don't stink or something like that.
The anti-stink shoe, that would be, I feel like, more marketable than the shoes that tie themselves.
Right.
But yes, Nike says that they will be coming out towards the holidays, so folks are very excited to see, the little bit more laziness of an American now. You just don't even have to bother tying your shoes anymore. I just wear slip-on shoes.
I very much could use those anti-stink shoes, but perhaps I've said too much.
That's why I've moved away from Dan.
Ah, okay. Perfect. If he weren't in front of all these other people, radio-wise, they would understand that. Okay. Here is another question for you guys.
Simon?
Yes.
The Milwaukee Bucks released the first pictures of their new arena. However, fans are starting to compare the roof of this proposed stadium to which presidential hopeful's hair?
Oh, Donald Trump.
That is correct.
Because it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. And they're going to make Milwaukee pay for it.
Wasn't that Bernie? I feel like we're
That was kind of Bernie. It's a fine line.
It is, yes, but that is correct. Yes, people are excited about the new downtown arena, but as you mentioned, it does look a little bit like Donald Trump's hair, which is a little weird because...
And apparently it sounds like Bernie Sanders. So
I feel like it's a lose-lose no matter who you pick. All right, here, Brian, a question for you. It's interesting. The NFL came out this week. They were talking with some reps over at Capitol Hill, and some NFL guys were talking as well, saying that they finally are admitting that playing football does indeed do what to a person?
Causes concussions.
Yeah, well, a little bit more than that.
Causes traumatic brain injury?
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done. Yes, the NFL finally admitting that playing football does lead to a degenerative brain disease. We've heard about all the lawsuits that have taken place the last couple of years and all the millions and millions of dollars worth of settlement, and the NFL finally said, yeah. I mean, obviously. I mean, I feel like we didn't need the NFL to officially come out and say it, but we got to the point eventually.
Well, we're heading to our first break, but when we come back, our next two contestants will do their best to curry favor with Baxter and me. Don't go away. You're listening to What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz on Spreaker.com and Sports Radio America. Hello all, I'm Josh Scheibe, your game master here at What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. Thanks for listening in. I may not know much about sports, but what I do know about are our social media pages. Check us out on Facebook at What's the Score, or Twitter and Instagram at WTS Sports Quiz. Thanks very much for listening.
Hey everyone, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. Do you enjoy sports trivia just about as much as I do? Well, if you do, go and check out thesportsquotient.com, one of the many places that you can listen to What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. Not only do they have a killer podcast section, but they have some of the best sports quizzes on the internet that I have ever seen, and I've seen a lot of things, especially in the sports world. Go and check it out today and see just how you stack up against the rest of the sports world. That is thesportsquotient.com.
Hi everyone, I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe.
And I'm your host, Baxter Colburn.
Hey, if you think the show is worth at least $1, why don't you go to our Patreon account?
We'd be very grateful if you donate to the show. That's how people like Josh and I stay employed, or pretend to be employed at least. Thank you so much for listening to What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. And now, back to more sports trivia action.
Hope my check's in the mail. Hello all, and welcome back to the CrossWay Church in Germantown, Wisconsin. This is What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. I'm Josh Scheibe, your game master. Our first set of panelists this week is Dan Pfeiffer, Simon Provan, and Brian Hopkins. They'll have the opportunity to show their prowess in just a little bit. Before that, though, here's the host of What's the Score, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody. Coming up, we put our panelists to the test in our Name 5 Panelist Showdown. If you would like to play our games on air, we encourage you to shoot us an email at WTSSportsQuiz@gmail.com or click on the links to our contestant form on our Facebook and Twitter pages.
Playing our next game, and I hope that I'm saying these names right, Paul Coyer and Nate Wolfrath. Welcome to the show, guys.
Paul and Nate, welcome. Both of you guys, you go to college together. Do I understand that correctly?
Yeah, we do.
And how did you decide that you wanted to be against each other this evening?
I thought we were together.
Oh, you thought you were together? Oh. All right, gentlemen. Well, you're going to be playing the game that we're calling Curry, or Curry. You'll be given 5 clues, and each one will have 3 possible answers. It'll either be Steph Curry, point guard for the Golden State Warriors, lovely person, wonderful Mr. Buckets, woo, for 3. It's Tim Curry, the popular English actor, or Curry, the well-known Spice, from India, as we all know. Correctly answer each, and you will earn a point as we go along.
Answer 3 out of 5 questions correctly, and you'll win our prize, a What's the Score t-shirt. If you get stuck on a question, you are allowed to ask one panelist for help on only one question, so make sure you choose wisely. Also, make sure you say your name to buzz in once we finished asking the question. Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, here's your first clue.
Resides in Walnut Grove, California.
Nathan.
Yes, Nathan.
Steph Curry.
That is correct. Nicely done.
All right, here's your next one. Was at one time a talented boy soprano.
Nathan.
Yes, Nathan.
The English actor.
Yes, that is correct. Tim Curry. Thank you, Simon.
Sorry,
Yes.
I had to throw that in there. But my new name, by the way, is Seaman. Or something like that, right?
Sorry, yeah.
Simon.
Yes.
Now, on last week's show, and by the way, everyone out in the audience, you should be listening to the show every week via Spreaker.com. We talked about Steph Curry's celebrations.
We talked about Tim. I wasn't there.
We did not talk about Tim Curry. We did not view Clue. But we talked about Steph Curry's celebrations. I wonder if maybe sometimes he sings as he runs down the floor.
Why not? If you're making, 80, well, not 80-foot baskets, but about 40 to 50-foot baskets, I would be singing on my way down the court as well. You can only celebrate, so many ways. You got to eventually sing or do something. All right, here is your next quote, your next question, guys. We've got the wrong games mixed up here. He one time met with President Obama and delivered a speech to dignitaries to help launch the president's malaria initiative strategy for 2015 to 2020.
Paul,
yes.
Steph Curry.
Yes, that is correct. Steph Curry is helping start donations to a mosquito foundation called Nothing But Nets. That's clever. Anyways, it's going to help the United Nations Foundation, and every time he makes a three-pointer, there is a donation that is sent. So they've already topped about $1 billion for the year because of all his three-pointers. All right, here is your next question, gentlemen.
May have been instrumental in the creation of Worcestershire sauce.
Paul.
Nathan.
Ooh, I heard Paul's name first. Yes, Paul.
Curry. The spice.
Yes, there we go. That was like which one? Yes, that is correct.
I agree with Paul, though. You shouldn't have to clarify. It's a spice. Curry is curry.
I know. Well,
Right?
that's
Yeah.
the day and age we live in nowadays, though, where it's like, oh, Curry. Oh, you mean Steph Curry? No, I'm in the spice. Oh, wow.
That's true.
That's kind of like second nature now. It's kind of like Simon and Simon or whatever. It's like, which one are you talking about? All right. Well, this is interesting. We were tied. Here's our last question for the tiebreaker, gentlemen. Here we go. He has/had a famous father.
Paul.
Nathan.
I heard Paul's name
Steph.
first. Yes, Steph Curry is correct. Tim Curry's father was a chaplain in the Royal Navy and died when Tim was 12, and Curry, last we checked, doesn't have a father, to our knowledge. Game Master Shivey, who's the winner of our game?
That'd be Paul with 3 points.
Nicely done, Paul. Congratulations. Let's hear it for Paul. All right, panel, some more questions for you. Brian, according to the Huffington Post, what rec sport is now considered the hottest growing sport in America?
Can I have a hint?
You can have a hint. It's something that is very popular in terms of when you're younger, you can play it as a co-ed sport as well, and you don't tackle somebody, you do something else to them.
Wrestling?
No, not wrestling. I don't know, should we give him another hint? Game Master Shivey, now he's shutting you down. No, flag football. Flag football is the fastest growing sport in America, apparently. If anybody that saw the sensational YouTube videos, or I think it was the Florida State girl tearing people apart, doing her best Michael Vick impression from back in the day as well. So, yes, it's the fastest growing sport in America.
I thought it was going to be Quidditch.
I have played Quidditch before. Fun fact, you can play Quidditch.
You can, yeah.
It's like a broomstick between the legs and like, whee, and all that. It's pretty fun.
Simon, during
Yes.
a recent soccer match in Australia, an unexpected player ran onto the field and chased some of the other players around for a few minutes. Who was or what was this player?
Who or what was this player? Can I get a hint?
Let's just say everybody on the field must have been wearing red.
Oh, man. I shouldn't have asked for a hint. That threw me off even more. Oh, a bowl.
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done. Just
Olay.
suddenly came to him. Olay, yes. A bull ran onto the field
In
during
Australia.
a kids' soccer match. I don't know they had bulls in Australia.
And here we thought Derrick Rose was hurt.
Dan, question for you. Goodness. Well, once again, I did not purposely do this. There's so many Cleveland questions this week. The Cleveland Browns, as you may or may not know, cut ties with Dwayne Bowe this week. A semi-notable wide receiver, played for the Kansas City Chiefs, all that. Last season, Bowe signed a 2-year, $13 million contract, which is, well, good for him. Unfortunately, this last season, Bowe only caught 5 passes, but something was still pretty interesting about those 5 catches. What was it?
Well, there's a lot of different ways that catches can be interesting. How about a hint, Baxter?
Let's just say the amount of cash that he was paid equals the amount of catches that he made as well.
Oh, that would mean that he would make $1 million a catch?
A little bit more than that.
He made more than $1 million.
Pretty close, yeah. They figured it out. He made about $2 million a catch for those 5 catches. We'll give it to him. That's fine. Yeah, he was close enough. Nicely done. Yes. The Cleveland Browns, as we know, the dumpster fire of the NFL. He had $9 million in guaranteed cash, and he made just a little under $2 million a catch.
Now that would make me sing like a boy soprano.
If you only catch 5 passes, I feel like anybody would play in the NFL if you were like, look, I'm going to catch 5 passes. And
did you see what Matt Castle made in bonuses?
I did not. What did he make?
Like $36.
What?
See, it just happens.
Only $36.
$36.
Eating at the Red Lobster tonight. All right.
Woo! Fantastic.
Well, rolling right along, it's time for our third contestant game, and it's an old favorite of ours here on What's the Score, Mascot Madness.
In this game, we are welcoming Joshua and Sasha. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How are we doing tonight?
Good. Great.
Now, where are both of you gentlemen from this evening? You're both wearing Wisconsin apparel, so I'm assuming you're Badger natives?
Russia.
Makes sense. It's the thick accent gives it away.
He's being serious.
Oh, for real, though? Oh.
I was born there.
Oh, well, fantastic. Wow, don't I look like... Okay, anyway. I'm just going to go behind the wall for a second. Anyway, well, gentlemen, welcome to the show. We are excited. You're going to be playing our game called Mascot Madness. In this game, as you know, March Madness is going on right now. There's lots of different schools and universities and mascots going on. We're going to be creating some new team names, and you're going to have to tell us who those original schools that they belong to.
1 point will be awarded for each team you correctly identify, which means you can get 2 points per combined team name. There will be 5 questions during the game. The winner will take home one of our fantastic prizes here, which we've been given by CrossWay Church. Now, remember, you can ask one panelist for help, but only on one question, so make sure to choose wisely.
Game Master Scheibe, can you give our contestants an example of what we're looking for?
I certainly can. If we said, correctly identify the teams that make up the Providence Badgers, we'd be looking for the Providence Friars and the Wisconsin Badgers.
Make sense? Awesome. All right, remember to say your name after the question has been read out loud in order to buzz in. Here is your first question.
Which 2 teams make up the North Carolina Blue Devils?
Josh.
Yes, Josh.
That'd be Duke Blue Devils and North Carolina Tar Heels.
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done. Make sure to be closer to the mic, too, guys, just so you know. All right, here is your next one. What 2 teams make up the Miami Mountaineers?
Josh.
Yes, Josh.
Miami Hurricanes and West Virginia Mountaineers.
Yes, that is correct. 2 for 2 so far.
I'd just like to point out that this
Please.
is the mascot game, and the guy who's leading is wearing a Bucky Badger knit cap on his
full.
head. So it's very fitting.
It is. It's very fitting. All right, here is the next question.
Which 2 teams make up the Villanova Jayhawks?
Josh.
Yes, Josh.
Kansas Jayhawks and Villanova something.
You can ask for a hint if you'd like to, one of our panelists if you'd like to.
May I get a hint?
Yes, who would you like to ask, Brian, Dan, or Simon?
We'll go with Simon.
Simon, can you assist our good friend Josh?
Yeah, so, that's what I'll give you.
I'd have to go with Villanova Wildcats.
That's correct.
All right, here is your next one. Let's see here. What 2 teams make up the Wisconsin Fighting Irish?
Josh.
Yes, Josh.
Wisconsin Badgers and Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yes, that is correct.
He must have taken this class in college.
He must have. All right, here's the last one. All right, what 2 teams make up the Yukon Friars?
Josh.
Yes, Josh.
Dayton Flyers and Yukon Huskies.
I'm going to say that one more time. The Yukon Friars.
Friars?
Friars. Not like the deep friars.
Oh, okay.
You want to try that one more time? Sasha, do you know? No?
Yukon Huskies and... Did you say Friars? Or
Friars. Like...
With an R.
Okay.
Praying. English is my second language.
Seton Hall?
No, that is incorrect. The Providence Friars was the other one. Game Master Scheibe, can you let us know how our contestants did on our game?
Joshua got 9 points. He's the winner.
Nicely done, Joshua. Sasha, thank you for playing as well. We appreciate it.
I do have to say that as a guy that works for a Big East school, a little disappointed that it was the Big East schools that threw him off.
Hey, man, it's not as prominent as it used to be, I feel like. There's not as much fear of the Big East as there once was.
We shed all of those football schools. We don't need them anymore.
Well, the whistle is blown, and now we're headed to halftime. We're going to take about a 10-minute break, but make sure to come back for more What's the Score action and excitement. You're listening to What's the Score, the sports news quiz, presented by Sports Radio America.
Hey everyone, Baxter Colburn here for What's the Score, the sports news quiz. Want to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, Sports Radio America. Go and check out sportsradioamerica.com today to find the latest shows about the sports world. You can listen to What's the Score on their network. You can also catch great shows like Pros in the Paint, Sunday Gridiron, the College Credit Hour, 2 Up Front, and oh so much more. Go and check them out today, sportsradioamerica.com. We appreciate their support and yours as well. Hey everyone, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the sports news quiz.
And I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe.
If you think you are smart enough, or smarter than a 5th grader, and want to play our games on air, you can either come by the studio or you can call us, but there's a few different ways you can get a hold of us.
If you'd like to email us, you can do so at WTSSportsQuiz@gmail.com.
Or for you social media savants, head over to Facebook, What's the Score, the sports news quiz, or Twitter, WTS Sports Quiz. Now back to the action with myself and Josh Scheibe.
Broadcasting from CrossWay Church in Germantown, Wisconsin, you're listening to What's the Score, the sports news quiz. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe, and here again is your host, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Game Master Scheibe. Thank you, everybody. Our first half of the show was a lot of fun, but let me tell you, the second half is really where the winners come to play. Obviously, we've got 3 new panelists joining us. We made a couple substitutions as well, so I'm curious to see if our bench can produce better than our first team did.
When were we ever considered the bench? That's my first question.
I mean, you're on the second half
Hey, man,
of the
it's
show,
not who starts
so.
the game, it's who finishes.
Exactly.
With all that being said, let's meet our next 3 panelists this week. First up, he's a sports broadcaster and lover of all things St. Louis and Wisconsin sports. It's Grant Coppersmith.
Welcome, Grant. Welcome.
Thank you. You know, my goal is just not to lose. It's to try to at least get more than 2 right.
Just want to get on the medal stand.
Yeah, I just want to do well.
He's a diehard Chicago Blackhawks and Green Bay Packers fan hailing from Cary, Illinois. It's John Friedline.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Just looking to just beat Grant.
But the bar is set very low. I like it.
Well, the St. Louis Blues are going to beat the Blackhawks in the playoffs at least once. It's coming. I can feel it.
No.
Let's save the fighting for afterwards, gentlemen.
And finally, he's a writer, musician, contributor at Bucksketball.com, and a Beer League softball all-star. It's Mitch Baumhoff.
Hey, thanks. I'm just hoping that Matt Barnes doesn't chase me in any locker rooms. That's all I need. That's all I want, really.
But like 4 Bucks
my
fans
life.
in the audience are like, I get that joke.
Yeah. You'd be
Even
amazed how
I
many
got
people I
that
had to
joke.
explain that to today at work.
I gave him a courtesy laugh.
You do
Thanks,
that for
Josh.
most things.
Yeah,
Josh.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you. All right, panel, welcome to the show. Some questions for you to get the second half of the show underway.
John, Chicago White Sox player Adam LaRoche announced this week that he will retire from baseball because the team will not let him do what anymore?
They were not going to allow his son to be around as much as he usually was.
Yes, that is correct. LaRoche is set to make $13 million this season, and he decided that his relationship with his son was far more important. So all the fathers in the audience are going, aw, but at the same time, it's like $13 million. Yeah, my dad is saying, heck no, I would take $13 million. I'll see you later.
Kick you
at
right
home.
out of that
It's fine.
locker room.
And it actually just came out today that the player came out and said that the GM was lying. When it said that he couldn't come around some of the time, he said not at all.
Interesting.
Yeah. At least that's what ESPN
The tangled web we weave. Interesting. All right, Mitch, question for you. According to a recent Sports Illustrated article, what San Antonio Spurs star still drives a beat-up 97 Chevy Tahoe?
That would be the most sensible superstar in all the land, Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done. On a side note, Kawhi Leonard also holds a sponsorship with Wingstop purely for the free wings coupons.
Yeah. There's a great story where Wingstop supplies him with free coupons because he loves those mango habanero wings. I'm
fill the
not
addiction
sponsored
somehow.
by Wingstop, by the way. But he lost his coupons. He was real worried about his coupons. Wingstop was gracious enough to send him more. So even though he signed for $90-odd million, he still gets free wings. It's okay.
And that's
Don't
the thing,
worry,
though, too,
Kawhi.
because he was asked about his Chevy Tahoe, and it's like, why do you still drive the Chevy Tahoe? He said, well, it runs, and it's paid off.
That's smart.
Yeah, why not?
Fair
I mean,
enough.
who cares if you're making $90 million? He
Some-
probably has hoverboards and stuff like that.
Some athletes
Self-tying
need to
shoes.
hire financial advisors. I'm going to hire him as my financial advisor.
Exactly. Be like, look, man, you don't need a Lamborghini. You're just fine.
Oh, I suppose I don't need a Lamborghini.
All right, Grant, the last question's for you. The city of McKinney, Texas, is spending $50 million on a new stadium for whom?
And or what?
Can I have a hint?
The only sport that matters in Texas.
Okay. Football.
Can you be what level of football?
High school football.
Yes, that is correct. So excited. The theme decided to play as well. Wow. Yes, $50 million is being spent for a new high school football stadium. It's better than most NFL stadiums and even some college stadiums as well. 3 teams are going to share the stadium, but even still, $50 million for a high school.
But,
high school.
They made a whole movie out of it, and you can watch all the state championship games on TV. There's like a bunch of different divisions.
Crazy.
Like 5A,
Texas football is
5A.
is literally a religion. All right, gentlemen. Well, it's time now for us to segue away from you into another contestant game as well.
That it is.
All right, we have new contestants. We'll be joined now here by Ken Coyer and Brian V. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How are we doing today?
Good. Hey. How are you? Doing great.
Ken
All right.
and Brian, we are excited to have you on the show today. We're curious to see your knowledge about the sports world.
In this game, we're going to test your knowledge about college and university mascots. Sometimes schools like to have traditional names like the Wildcats, the Hawks, the Shifty Shibees, while other times we hear some pretty insane.
The
out of
fighting
world names.
Shifty Shibees.
Come on, Shifty Shibees, yes.
We should probably have the fighting Fifinis in there too.
Ooh, that would be a good matchup. I like that.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
All right, Game Master Shibe and I will read you 5 questions that have 3 schools and their mascots in them. You will need to tell us which of the 3 schools that we tell you is incorrect. So it'll be multiple choice.
Remember to say your name to ring in once the question is done being read. Whoever answers the most correctly out of our 5 questions will win one of our fabulous prize packs that's been submitted by the CrossWay Church. Remember, you can ask one panelist for help on only one question, so make sure you choose wisely. Are you ready to play?
Ready. I'm ready.
All right, here is your first question. Which of the following schools' mascots is incorrect? Is it A, the Binghamton Ravenclaws, the B, Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, or the C, Idaho Vandals? 2 out of those 3 are real. That's the hard part about it.
Brian?
Yes, Brian.
And I'm going to ask a panel on that one because
Okay, you're going to use it
I know
right
a lot.
away.
I've
Fair
never
enough.
heard of those.
Okay, who would you like to ask? Mitch, Grant, or John? Mitch. The man,
Mitch would
me?
be great.
the man in the
Awesome,
plaid. All right,
thanks.
Mitch, what can you do to help out
All
Brian?
right, I'm just going to say that Harry Potter is not real.
That's a very Game Master Shibe, what are the 3 that are against, so that way they know?
Let's read the options again.
Is it A, the Binghamton Ravensclaws, B, Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, or C, the Idaho Vandals?
So, Brian, the floor is yours right now. Because
That's going to be A.
yes, that is correct.
There you go.
Nicely done. All right, here is your next question.
Which of the following is incorrect? Is it A, the North Carolina School of the Arts Fighting Pickles, B, the Mount Hood Community College Fighting Apricots, or C, the Scottsdale Community College Artichokes?
Wow, such great choices. Brian, and I'm going to say C. Who wants to be named the artichoke?
That is incorrect. Ken, can you steal? So it's either the North Carolina School of Fine Arts Fighting Pickles or the Mount Hood Community College Fighting Apricots.
I'll go with A.
With A, the
Yes.
Fighting Pickles? That is incorrect. No, I'm sorry. The Mount Hood Community College Fighting Apricots are the wrong one.
I actually knew that one
Did you
without,
really?
without looking at the cheat sheet because I
Wow.
remember when way back in the day when Baxter and I did a show together, one of the segments that we did, we had we talked about the weirdest mascots that were out there, and both of these were on there. And you'd be surprised. there were weirder ones than
we got some good ones coming up.
Stop talking. Stop talking now.
We've got more. All right, here's the next one, guys. Which of the following school mascots is not correct? Is it A, the Southern Vermont Blue Oaks, B, Presbyterian College Blue Hose, like the fire hose, or C, a Delaware Fighting Blue Hens?
Brian.
Yes, Brian.
B.
The Presbyterian College Blue Hose? That is incorrect. Ken, can you steal? It's either the Southern Vermont Blue Oaks or C, the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens.
I'll go with
A. Yes, that is correct. Nicely done.
I just had a vision.
You just had a vision. Divine intervention. I think it's a blue oak. Yes, that is correct. It is. The Southern Vermont actually goes by the Mountaineers, not the Blue Oaks. All right, here's your next one.
Which of the following is incorrect? Is it A, the UC Santa Cruz Banana Slugs, B, the Campbell Fighting Camels, or C, the Southwestern Oregon Community College Dirtbags?
Considering what the previous questions have been, I don't know if that's too far-fetched.
Could you please repeat those great names again, please?
Absolutely. A, the UC Santa Cruz Banana Slugs, B, the Campbell Fighting Camels, or C, the Southwestern Oregon Community College Dirtbags?
Wow.
You know what? Let's have fun again. I'm going to go Brian, and I'm going to go C. It's got to be right one of these times.
Yes, that is correct. You got it. Nicely done. Yes, the Dirtbags. It's interesting. Yeah, UC Santa Cruz went to the Banana Slugs back in 1986. They actually were the Sea Lions. Fun fact for a little while. All right, here is your last question. Which of the following school mascots is incorrect? Is it A, the North Central Daytona Beach Community College Piranhas, B, the Trinity Christian College Trolls, or C, the Evergreen State College Gooey Ducks?
Brian.
Yes, Brian.
A.
Yes, that is correct. The Piranhas. Nicely done. Game Master Scheibe, Brian and Ken, how'd they do?
Brian is the winner with 3 points.
Hey, nicely done, Brian.
There you go, Brian.
All right, panel, some more questions for you now from this last week's news. Grant, we'll start with you.
Oh, boy.
The Green Bay Packers lost a few players to free agency this week, but they also lost whom due to him taking the 2016 season off.
Taking the 2016 season off?
Yes, he did not officially retire. He just said, I don't want to play football in 2016. And no, the Packers' entire defense does not count.
I'm just going to go with B.J. Raji.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, I thought he officially retired.
He did not, from everything we've heard.
The initial reports, I believe, were that he retired, and then later in the week it came out that he was saying, I'm going to retire for the 2016 season with the possibility of coming back after that.
So if like New England or Seattle come play for us, he's like, oh yeah, I feel great. I'll play again.
Kind of like Brett Favre, but not really.
Just not as popular.
But only once.
Brett Favre actually did something productive. Yes. All right, next question going to you, John. Barry Bonds. We all know Barry Bonds, a great guy, good, wonderful hitter, baseball player, all that other fun stuff that he did.
No steroids whatsoever.
Nothing at all. No. Barry Bonds did something pretty remarkable this last week during his team's batting practice. What was that? By the way, he's the hitting coach of the Miami Marlins, in case you didn't know that.
Can I get a hint?
You can. He was known for winning these types of competitions back in the day.
I want to say he had a home run contest.
He did, yes. He had a home run contest, and he beat the entire team.
That's impressive, too.
Barry Bonds is 51 years old, and he beat the entire team. He also beat the reigning home run king, Giancarlo Stanton, as well.
Did they test him after the competition?
It was a false negative or a false positive, so they don't really know.
Positive.
No, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yes. No,
the Brewers could use a corner outfielder.
And that's the thing, though, too, because at 51, he still probably hits better than everybody that plays for the Brewers, aside from even Ryan Braun. But he could probably be a DH on some teams, honestly, if he can beat the entire Miami Marlins team in a home run contest.
But is that really saying that much, seeing the Marlins record last year?
That's a very good point at the same time.
Fair.
All right, Mitch, the last question's for you. And I certainly hope I'm saying this name right, too.
You want me to say it?
Go right ahead.
Elena Delle Donne
is
last season's WNBA MVP, as you may, of course, know. She's requesting that the league do something to enhance viewership this season. What is that?
Look, man, I'm crazy enough to watch the NBA. Not crazy enough to watch the WNBA. Could I get a hint on this one?
She's hoping that they can throw some sweet windmill dunks.
She would like them to lower the rims.
Yes.
To 9 feet?
That is correct. Yep, they want to lower the rims a couple.
Sweet windmill dunks.
Because there are some people in the league that can actually dunk, but it's a little harder, and they think they would drive more viewership if they were actually being able to dunk as well during the games.
Well, it's something.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would throw out the jump shooting.
That was my first thought, though, because, dunking is important.
Too. I feel like every jump shooter would have to adjust
their
entire
thing.
Yeah.
Like when you shoot instead.
Bend the knees way
exactly.
more.
I don't know. It would be interesting.
Well, the moment you've all been waiting for is almost here. Stick around and listen to today's top 3 panelists duke it out in the Name 5 Panelist Showdown coming up right after the break. You're listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, broadcasting on Sports Radio America and Spreaker.com.
Hey guys, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the sports news quiz. If you enjoy listening to What's the Score, why not go and donate to our Patreon account today? That's patreon.com. Search for What's the Score and donate today. You can get awesome t-shirts, before the show shout-outs, and so much more. Tell your friends about us. Hey, if you donate, we'd be happy to give you a shout-out and even have you come on the show and play a game or two with us as well. Hey everyone, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the sports news quiz. Want to take a moment to let all of you know that if you enjoy listening to What's the Score, you can find us on thesportsquotient.com. Go and check out thesportsquotient.com. Check out and see how you stack up against the rest of the sports world by taking one of their S quizzes. You can also check out the Fantasy Guru section, and for those of you stat geeks out there, they've got plenty of things for you. Plus, check out all the other great content that they have on their podcast section, like this very show right here, What's the Score? Attention all sports radio fans, yes, I'm talking to you. Go and check out the official sponsor of What's the Score, the sports news quiz. That would be Sports Radio America. If you enjoy all kinds of great sports talk, go and check it out today. You can listen to the BG Sports Show, Sunday Gridiron, Pros in the Paint, Major League Diamond, College Credit Hour, 2 up front. Oh, and What's the Score of the sports news quiz? You're not going to want to forget about that. And for those of you that love ABA basketball, listen to their ABA on SRA Game of the Week right here on sportsradioamerica.com. And now, back to more What's the Score craziness.
Hello and welcome back. Thanks for listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, presented by Sports Radio America. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe, and here's your host at CrossWay Church in Germantown, Wisconsin, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody. All right, it is time for our final contestant game. We're playing a game, as we like to call Sports Taboo, here on What's the Score? I remember the name of the show. I created the show.
Wait, where am I?
Shirt. Oh, no. Anyway, it's What's the Score? Got it. Okay, sorry. Anyway, in this game, we will have 3 different contestants. They will be working one-on-one with each one of our panelists as well. You will each get 1 minute with your panelists to go through as many cards as possible. The winning team at the end will be our champion, and they will win a What's the Score t-shirt and a little bit of a prize pack from CrossWay Church as well. If there is a tie, we will go to sudden death at the end of the game.
All right, our teams for this game, we have our 3 new contestants here. We have Nick, AJ, and Zach. And our teams for this are going to be Nick and Mitch, AJ and John, and Zach and Grant.
All right, leading things off will be Zach and Grant. So step on up to the microphone. Zach, say hi to Mom at home and all that.
Hello.
You can move the mic up higher if you'd like to, since you're a wee bit taller.
Okay, we got this, Zach. Don't worry. I'm a professional.
Or you can go over to
or
the
you can
next
use
one.
the taller mic, too. Either one. That works. We're already here. It's not a big deal. All right. 1 minute on the clock. You will hear this sound when you know that your time is up. It will sound like this. All right. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. Got none. Shoot.
All right. Time's up. Sorry.
Oh, better luck next time.
All right. Here we go. 1 minute on the clock and begin.
All right. He is a football player. He...
You can pass. There you go.
Grant's deflating.
He's a player at a California team, Splash City, MVP.
Steph Curry?
Yep.
Correct. He's got one.
Worst quarterback.
30 seconds.
He plays for the Illinois team. He's awful.
Jay Cutler.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got two. Correct. 20 seconds.
Football team. They had a perfect season.
10 seconds.
They have an aquatic
5 seconds.
animal as their mascot.
Time is up. All right, so take that one, put it on the bottom of the deck. If anything that you passed as well, put those on the bottom of the deck. So Grant and Zach got 2 points. That's fine, plenty of time. All right, next up is AJ and John. AJ and John. AJ, John. Hello, John. AJ.
Nice to meet you, AJ.
AJ, John.
Right, make sure you're nice and close to the microphone there,
Well,
AJ.
I'm close.
All right, 1 minute on the clock. And remember, if they're taking too much time, either you can say pass or John can pass as well. Just keep you fighting through. All right, here we go. 60 seconds and begin.
Money,
Cash.
football player, quarterback.
Cam Newton.
Oh, we're going past this one. Greatest player to wear number 23.
Michael Jordan.
Good.
Correct, he's got one.
Pass.
35 seconds left.
Number 4,
Brett Favre?
Quarterback for the team. So the team.
Oh, Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, he's got two. 20
He likes
seconds left.
Nope, I said the word. Chokes a lot, and he plays football for the team with the star on their helmet.
Eli Manning.
Chokes a lot.
10 seconds.
We're going to pass that
terrible.
one. Pass. That was a soccer one.
5 seconds.
Ball, bat.
Baseball.
Time's up.
Ball bat.
Ball bat.
My
Yes.
favorite sports game. Ball bat.
How did you not get that one? Come on.
All right, so he got two.
Got 2.
So
Tied with Grant.
both Grant and John both got two. Yes, remember the rule have. So
All right.
Mitch
All
and
right.
Nick,
Let's go, Nick. We got this.
you are the last ones. It all comes down to you guys. You need obviously 2 to tie, 3 to win it outright.
Oh, I passed that one too. Yeah.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Shuffle them up. Do a little bit there. Just want to make sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'll let this officially happen.
There we go. Here
Okay.
we go. Beautiful.
The
All right.
official shuffling has happened.
Exactly.
Let the record show.
60 seconds.
Okay, here we go.
And begin.
He's from Pewaukee, and he's a very good.
J.J. Watt.
Yes.
There we go. We got one. Wow. 50 seconds.
Yeah, if we're gonna pass that one. This guy dribbles and shoots, and he recently came home. He's a subject of a lot of controversy. He's very good. He's a power forward.
30 seconds.
Some call him royalty in Ohio.
King James. LeBron James.
Yes, that is
that?
correct.
LeBron James.
Yes.
You have 20 seconds to get one more right.
Man.
Let's see. Take your time. Take your time.
And here's the team that guy used to play for a couple years ago.
The Heat.
Yes.
That is correct. Let's keep going. We got time. 10 seconds.
All right. How about this? It's,
5.
Dang it! It's this this state's team. They use balls and bats.
Time. Game Master Shivey.
This is how this game gets you. I couldn't remember the word state.
Gets you every time. Game Master Shivey, who is our winning pair?
That'd be Nick and Mitch with 3 points.
Nicely done. Congratulations, Nick and Mitch.
Close contest right there.
Well, the game is so hard. You're like, oh, look, Jay Cutler. And the first words that you think
the first
of,
word
you
is
go
choke,
down the
and it's
list.
like, oh.
It's all of what
Choke
you
is
first
literally
think
on that
of.
card, by the way.
All right, panel. Well, we are excited that all of you took the time to play today. Game Master Shivey is going to be quickly tallying up our scores as well. So we are going to bring back some of our other panelists to see who our final 3 will be. But we want to take a quick minute to thank everybody here at CrossWay Church for hosting us this evening. It's been a lot of fun, and we are excited to hopefully come back again in the future. So thank you, CrossWay. We appreciate everything. So if you guys haven't checked out the March Madness event before, go do so. It's a lot of fun. It's still going on tonight until, I believe, 11 o'clock is when we shut everything down. So we're going to take a fast break, come back, and Game Master Shivey will reveal if we're going to sudden death, and who our final panelists will be. We'll be right back with more on What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz, right after this. Hey everyone, this is your host of What's the Score, Baxter Colburn.
And I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. On our break, we'd like to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, Ticket Liquidator. Ticket Liquidator is one of the world's biggest online ticket marketplaces.
When you call Ticket Liquidator, you can find sold-out tickets to the biggest events on the planet. They offer a huge selection of tickets at 15% lower cost than their competitors. Their fantastic call center has live agents available 7 days a week. Call them today at 855-839-7889.
Ticket Liquidator is a multiple award-winning company, including Deloitte's Fast 500's fastest-growing company in Connecticut. Call today and find tickets to the next big game. Call 855-839-7889 to have access to over 4 million tickets to over 83,000 events worldwide. That number again is 855-839-7889. Hey guys, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. Did you know that you can listen to us on a lot of different platforms now? Yes, you can. Go and check us out on Spreaker.com. You can download our podcast on Stitcher and on the iTunes App Store. You can also find us on thesportsquotient.com and on sportsradioamerica.com as well. Just about anywhere that you can look for great radio programming, you can find What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. Go and check us out today and tell your friends.
Welcome back, everyone. This is What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. Well, everyone, it's time for sudden death. Baxter, you're up.
I have to, what?
No.
Oh.
All right. Currently, we have two panelists who are already going to be in the panelist showdown.
They have qualified. Mitch and Simon have qualified, so there is one spot left. But yes, Mitch and Simon, nicely done. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right, so we have one spot left, and we have three panelists in a three-way tie. Dan, Grant, that's your name, Grant, G. Rant, and John. All right, so you guys are going to play a lightning round of Name 5 very quickly. Grant, we will start with you.
Okay.
We're going to each have 10 seconds to name as many current NFL players as you can. 10 seconds, as many as you can. Sound good? All right, Grant, we'll start with you, and begin.
Aaron Rodgers, John Kuhn, James Starks, Adrian Peterson, Teddy Bridgewater, Eli Manning.
6.
He got 6.
He got 6. All right. John, we'll go with you next, sir. So you have to at least get 6.
Okay.
10 seconds. And remember, you cannot repeat answers. And begin.
Richard Sherman, Russell Wilson, B.J. Raji. Oh, wait, no.
No, technically not.
So then we got Des Bryant.
Only 3. It is now up to the great Fifini. Can he find a way to get into the final? Grant doing a little bit of extra taunting. So, Dan, you need 7. You need 7, okay?
We'll see what happens.
10 seconds. You cannot repeat the previous answers. And begin.
Tony Romo, Carson Palmer, Jason Pierre-Paul, Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch is retired. J.J. Watt.
Oh, he only got 4, which means Grant is going to the Name 5 final. How exciting. All right, Grant, throw a headset on.
For those of you listening at home, Grant is dancing across the area here, and it was most unfortunate. No, I'm kidding, Grant. We love you.
It's a lot of man to be moving like that. Gonna pull something. Anyway, all right, so, Game Master Scheibe, can you explain the Name 5 panelist showdown, please?
I can. Just 1 second, please. I just scrolled up on my script here.
Well, I can tell everybody how it happens, too, if you'd like. So, panel, the way it's going to work is you'll be given 5 topics in which you will have 10 seconds to name 5 people, team, places, or things related to the sports world. Each panelist will have the same category. However, they cannot repeat answers. 1 point will be awarded for each correct answer, or just, oxygen. We're giving away oxygen tonight on the show. All right, so we'll be starting with round number 1. And we'll start with Grant, since he...
Can I catch my breath? Seriously, I hurt my pectoral, and I'm, out of breath from dancing.
Tore
Grant
something.
tore his ACL.
He's been like Mr. Tough Guy. Now he's over here going, "Oh, Simon,
Yeah,
I'm
so
so much pain."
Yeah, look at me. Oh, my gosh. Tore his spleen.
No, true story. Liam almost took my knees out earlier today.
He's a big boy. He's
He
only
is.
one.
He just
He's a
ran
big
into me full steam and
He'll
just
go
knocked
D1
me
one day.
over.
All right, Grant, we'll start with you. 10 seconds on the clock. We'll be naming 5 current Major League Baseball pitchers. On your mark, get set,
Simon is so mad.
go.
Adam Wainwright. Jeez.
Is this that so far out of sync?
Arietta.
No, you got one. All right. Simon, you're next.
Hinkley Springs,
Raleigh Fingers.
Britta, right? These are all pitchers.
Yes,
right?
pitchers,
Yeah,
yes.
yep.
I don't know. I got nothing for you guys. Some guy named Zach.
You're happy there.
That's like 4 of them.
All right. Mitch, maybe there's an opportunity here. All right, 10 seconds and begin.
All right, we got Jimmy Nelson, Willie Peralta, Chris Sale, Justin Verlander, and why can't I think? There are so many pitchers.
Apparently not.
What?
You got 4.
Yeah, I got 4.
You got 4.
What's the guy's name from Bull Durham?
Paul Durham.
Bull Durham.
Major League. who's the
Wild
pitcher?
Thing.
Thank you.
All right, here is the second round. We'll be starting with Simon this time. You're going to be naming 5 current NBA players. Current NBA players.
You're killing me.
I feel like we've said enough names tonight
I'll
throughout
try.
the show. All
I'll
right,
try.
and begin.
LeBron James, Stephen Curry, some guy named Michael. I'll go with Westbrook. Is that a player? I don't know.
Wrong.
Close.
Derrick Rose.
No, didn't get that one hard. You got 2. Okay, not a bad. All right, Mitch, you're up next.
All right.
And begin.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jabari Parker, Jared Bayless, Greg Monroe, and Chris Middleton.
There we go. He got 5. And
Well,
five.
Your starting lineup for the Milwaukee
If
Bucks.
I knew we could just start by saying random syllables, I would.
Yeah. Let's go through the Greek alphabet.
That's Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo for those playing at
Announcer
home.
voice for those playing at home.
All right, Grant. 10 seconds. Current NBA players. Begin.
Karl Anthony Towns.
All right.
That's a thing, yeah.
Those are
I had a
put
bunch
together.
of them before I did this in my head. I forgot all of them.
Pressure. I love it. So
I had 4 before.
Oh, boy. All right, we're going to round 3. Here we go. Starting with Mitch. Name 5 AFC football teams. Name 5 AFC football teams.
Okay.
And begin.
We got the Jacksonville Jaguars. We've got the Miami Dolphins. We've got the New England Patriots. We have the New York Jets.
You got 4. Plenty of time. All right, Simon, you are up next.
Cincinnati Bengals, Baltimore Ravens, San Diego Chargers. Oh, you already said the Jets. Some Houston Texans.
Yep.
And Indianapolis Colts.
Yes, yeah, I think you got that. Nice, you got 5.
There you go.
Well, I feel like we need to clap for Simon. Woo!
Somebody got a full 5.
There we go. All right, so 9 of the teams have been set. I'm pretty sure there's, quick math in my head, 16 total. So whatever 16 minus 9 is.
That'd be 7.
Thank you. Plenty of time, Grant.
Baxter for the point.
Woo! I went to private school. Go, Grant.
Okay, you got the Steelers. You have the Browns. You have the Titans. The Dolphins been
It's been said.
Okay. The Browns.
How many did you get on that one?
You got 3.
You got 3.
The
Okay.
Browns are AFC. I kept thinking the Browns were NFC.
People forget the Browns in general. All right, going
It's
to
better
the
if we
4th
do.
round. We'll be naming 5. We'll be starting with... Who are we starting with? Grant?
Grant.
Yeah, starting with Grant. You'll be naming 5 professional teams that have red in their logo across any sport. It's professional. Okay? You look so confused. I'll say this. Think of who
I
your favorite team
understand.
is.
I'm just trying to think.
And 10 seconds. Begin. Go.
The St. Louis Cardinals, the Chicago Bulls, the San Francisco 49ers, the Patriots, and the Atlanta Falcons.
There we go. He got 5. Nicely done. 5 and 9. Simon's up next.
Sure.
And begin.
Liverpool, Manchester United, DC United, New England Revolution, and, oh my goodness.
Pressure.
Cleveland Indians.
Yes. Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Wow, good job. Good job.
All right, Mitch. It's still a vast expanse of teams.
So many teams.
And begin.
We've got the Red Sox. We have the Red Wings. We have the Arizona Cardinals. We have the Houston Texans. And we have more teams that
Arizona
I can't
Coyotes.
think of.
Time is up.
It's always number 5 for some reason. The fifth one.
Because you're like, oh, I've gotten 4 in 5 seconds.
I can actually,
feel
I
good.
can only think like 3 things ahead of what I'm saying. So
The Toronto Raptors.
Are you
Yeah,
married?
that's true.
Are you married?
No.
Because you got to be like 5 steps ahead.
Yeah.
So
that,
work on that.
That might be part of the reason I'm not married.
All right, Game Master Scheibe, as we go into our final round, what are our scores of our panelists?
Grant has 12 points. Simon has 15. And Mitch is in the lead with 20.
Wow. All right.
We're going to do it this time, fam.
Grant. Oh, I just realized. Wow, okay.
Mr. Second place is gunning
We
for the
don't
first.
We don't know.
Daddy.
We'll see. All right, Grant, we'll start with you. You'll be
Hot
naming
times, Daddy.
5 sports movies. And remember, we don't do the whole series. It's just the one movie. Got it? 10 seconds and begin.
Miracle, Slapshot, Sandlot, Rudy, and Friday Night Lights.
Yes, you got 5. Nicely done. All right, Simon needs 5 to tie and Mitch to forget about life for 10 seconds.
That is way easier than it sounds, by the way.
Sports movies, so think of all your favorite soccer movies, Simon.
Well, that's Victory, Green Machine, Bull Durham, Rocky, and what am I thinking of? It's a baseball. Bad News Bears.
Yes, you got 5. All right, well, this makes it interesting. Mitch has to get 1 unless we go to sudden death. 10 seconds.
All right.
Are you ready, Mitch?
Yes.
And begin.
The Mighty Ducks. We have Major League. We have Angels in the outfield. We do have the Rookie. We have a man in a pig's head behind me. That's not a movie. That's just happening.
So he got 3. Game Master Scheibe, who is our winner this week?
Mitch is the winner with 23
my
points.
goodness! It finally happened.
Mr. Second Place coming in first, Daddy.
For those that don't know,
It's
Mitch
hard
is our
times.
perpetual second-place finisher when it comes to our panelist showdown, and he has finally won. Mitch, you have
Breaking
10 seconds
through.
worth of just whatever you want to say. Anybody
10
you want to thank?
seconds. Oh, I'd like to thank this audience.
The Academy?
They're the Academy, my parents, my family, my loved ones, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, every single person here. Thank you so much. I hope
Time
you
to
come
play
back
the
soon.
music. Music's playing.
Music.
There's a man with a hook
Cue.
pulling me off this stage. I'd like to thank my producer, my coworkers.
My agent.
I mean, you're forgetting me. I personally tanked for your benefit.
I'd like to thank Grant for choking at the very last minute.
You're welcome.
I still think he cheated with those random syllables. That's all I'm saying.
They were all legit.
That's all right.
We did check
I'll
it
show
out.
you. I'll show it to you
No,
later.
that'd be about the same if we had to go with hockey players. You'd be hearing about the same thing.
Exactly.
Yes,
Alexander
I would be
Ovechkin.
Yes.
Sidney Crosby.
Good job.
All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you so much. What's the Score has been a production of the Sports Quotient, Sports Radio America, and Spreaker.com. Thank you, everyone, here as our contestants and studio audience here at CrossWay Church in Germantown, Wisconsin. Our panelists this week, all 6 of them have been Simon Provan, Dan Pfeiffer, Grant Coppersmith, John Friedline, Brian Hopkins, and your champion, Mitch Vomhoff. Our social media staff is comprised of Emily Reister, Hope Reister, and Brittany Peterson. Our theme was composed by Danny Hoffenstein. Our media producer is Eric Condia. Our sound engineer and show producer is Kurt Colburn. And the executive director of What's the Score is Liz Colburn.
I've been your game master, Josh Scheibe.
And I've been your host, Baxter Colburn. Thank you so much to CrossWay Church for having us tonight. We'll see you all again next time on What's the Score?